Russell. Russell says, I live alone now. I'm content in my own company. Good. I sit and appreciate the stillness, the basics in life, and I feel gratitude every day. It is a new chapter for me. I'm curious, have you lived alone for long, and do you ever feel any longing? I don't see the rest. Is there a rest? Any longing for what? Well, to answer your question, yes, I have lived alone. Well, of course, I was always focused on my family, and when I was no longer married, focused on my relationship and the journey of life and sharing it with my son. And it's been years that he's on his own and successful, a man in his own right, and I'm continuing exploring life alone, yes. Of course, naturally we meet, women that we may have interests of interacting with and, socializing. But in the sense of having sharing a domain with someone, no, I do live alone. I prefer it this way because for a long time I've been busy with my life and responsibilities, and now that it is basically me, I have many plans and goals and projects that I want to accomplish, and it wouldn't be fair to wanting to share time when it's so limited for what I want to accomplish, and to focus it on just a relationship until who knows what will happen. We all say that until something comes along which you feel it's obviously worthy of pursuing, and allotting some time of your available time to it or to that relationship, which then you would. But I too am very content and happy with my projects and plans. It's never-ending stuff, so there is no missing of anything there. And the older you get, the more spiritual you become, and the more logical you become, and you want a balance between the mind and the body rather than pursuing the physical interests only. You want it to be a good package, and that would become a little challenging project, as it would mean a very good compatibility, harmony with the, in our case, with the woman of your choice, or that you could have that communication, that connection, understanding on consciousness level. And all these make it even that much more challenging to pursue a relationship in a serious way, or commit to it, or invest time on it. So these are things that only the happenings and the actuality of it, when it presents itself, can prove if you would want to pursue or not. Otherwise, in the meantime, just be committed to life, find projects that you love, the contributions you can make to the society and to the world, to the whole energy of the universe as a whole that you can, and that will make you to become that entity that helps things grow and develop as part of the universal energy as a whole, and be part of that whole entirety of life, rather than just taking yourself out of that entirety of life and just focusing on one particular thing, be it whatever it may be. So I hope, as ambiguous as it was my answer, it was some kind of an answer. And Russell says, longing for female companionship. Well, that part, of course, everybody longs for female companionship. But your sanity will keep you away from just any female companionship. You become more selective. And when you're so selective, you become too either a snob or particular. Not as we used to be in university, which all it took was if she was beautiful. So, yes, of course, we always love women and what they represent in entirety, the whole physical presence, mental differences, and compatibility, and the presence. And the whole thing is beautiful about the woman. But we need to be more selective and more thoughtful in the trade-off, what you're giving up to what you get, and for how long and how it's going to be. So it needs a real focus and attention before you just sacrifice many things just for that companionship with the female. It should be a little bit more promising than just that moment of your need for companionship or intimacy and so on. That would now be a long-term satisfactory experience. The older you get, you want a little bit more of a substance. So that becomes a little bit more challenging. Okay, before I get in trouble with the ladies, I'd better stop here. Otherwise, it could sound... Jack, hello, Jack.